discipline is the fundamental. Everything will be built on top of that. So, for example, if you do not see an opportunity, you need to build a door, you need a discipline. And if you want to keep that door open and opportunities to flow in, you have to have that the resilience and the grit to keep the door open. So one is build the thing, and then second is keep those things ongoing as a business as usual. If you see a dream, always believe you can achieve it. God would not give you a dream which you are not able to fulfill.
Hello and welcome to TEDx Conversations, Season 3, Episode 5. I'm your host, Jash Pasak. Our guest today is Shubhangi Shelke, Vice President at Bank of America, a celebrated banking and cybersecurity professional, and one of India's top 10 women tech leaders 2023. She's an ISAC ambassador for women in cybersecurity, a cybercrime intervention officer, and someone who has dedicated her career to spreading awareness about digital safety, workplace ethics, and empowering women in tech. But that's not all. She's also a professional bodybuilder who has proudly represented India internationally, bagging 11 titles, including the ICN Miss Fitness International 2023 in South Korea and the Miss Gujarat title in 2024. Welcome to TEDx Conversations.
Thank you for the generous introduction.
It is an honor to have you with us.
Pleasure to be a part of campus.
Before we get back into your remarkable career and bodybuilding journey, I'd like to take a step back. What was your childhood like, and how did those early experiences shape your curiosity and your interests?
I grew up in very middle class household and a service class home. Uh, Studied till 10th in a vernacular medium that helped me to crystallize my fundamentals in science and maths. However, in the corporate, English is the main communication language, so that was a challenge, and I worked through it. Um, my father always said that never felt ashamed of your mother tongue. However, you should master the English, which is the world's communication language. Um, One of the thing really helped me to become more confident in my communication skill and the fluency is uh, I started thinking and then speaking in English rather than translating it. Generally, people do. Sometimes it happens like that. Now, if I have to speak in my mother tongue, I think in an English and reverse way translate. So it becomes sometimes a funny experience.
That's great. That's great. And what about your bodybuilding journey? How was your curiosity or your interest into this field?
And then to summarize in 3 words, it was fat to fit to athlete. I was always an overweight kid. And during my symbiosis days, when I was a resident student at university, I started my fitness journey just to shed few kgs and look more presentable. But I always have this thing in me that whatever field you get into, I have to reach to its maximum possible potential, like what the professionals with the highest credential do in that particular field. So that's how like it was a regular gym goer to a fit person, and what after achieving your fitness goal, what the person does is someone told me that they compete and they do stage on the bodybuilding. So I was like, okay, let's try it out.
That's great. I'm thinking from whatever you pursue to the max.
Correct.
Yeah. You have built an impressive career in banking and cybersecurity. What drew you into the world of finance and tech in the first place?
To be honest, I got into job and consulting, and where while consulting various clients, banking intrigued my interest, and this is how I felt my passion towards. And subsequently, once you get into a banking tagged as a resource, then subsequent opportunities came through. So I never said like this is my interest and this does not interest me. Whatever came through my way, I did it wholeheartedly.
That's great. That's great. So let's talk about your corporate journey. Both industries, finance and tech, are male dominated. How did you establish your leadership voices in those spaces?
Blessed to have a good mentors and a supportive network. And to be honest, I never distinguish gender in where always be a strong believer of a cerebral equality rather than the gender bias, because I have mentors which are male as well as females, and both have a different perspective and play a significant journey to groom me as a leader, to support my ideas, and I could build on that. So uh, irrespective if you want to be into the corporate and climb the ladder, the one key thing is the assertive communication. That's what helps. You should be able to express your opinion fearlessly, and also be able to get the constructive feedback without taking it to your heart, implement that and give it back to your critics in a constructive way. So, and that's how you keep improvising yourself and getting to the newer heights. It's nothing is like an end goal. It's we all learning, and that's the attitude which keeps you going.
So childhood attitude helped you reshape your
Corporate journey, yeah, you can say that, yeah.
yes. As an ISAC ambassador, you have supported victims of cybercrime. Could you share one moment that has left a deep impact on?
So I'll just take a step back and say like what a cybercrime intervention officer does. Whenever there is a cyber crime occurs, there is a victim and there is a law enforcement body. We have bridged that gap by becoming a cyber security, a cyber CCIO. That's what we call as an intervention officer. So generally people are hesitant to reach out directly to the enforcement body because of whatever image we have portrayed, or we had seen that outside or in the media, right? Also, the law enforcement is so much bogged up with the work and various cases. They also have a limited bandwidth. So cyber crime intervention officer, as someone who works as a sandwich between these two, wherein they will give the first aid kind of a situation to the victim, pacify them, guide them to the correct step of the actions, and lies with the law enforcement. So CCIO is someone who has a technical skills, who understand the psychology of the cybersecurity victim, and then guide them accordingly. So that is the thing. Um, Specifically, I feel very proud to support many of the females who are dealing with this extortion, as well as their accounts being hacked kind of scenarios. They were a bit scared, shy to come out into the public and file the complaint. So have a great memories with them, seeing them changing those attitude over the period of time. Now they are confident, they come, they know what needs to be done, and then that kind of empowerment gives me a fuel to help more and more people.
Nice. Good to hear. Na. So, ma'am, anything like a suggestion you would like to give to our audience who are dealing with cybercrime?
See, no one is safe in this world. We always think that, oh, that guy's credit card got hacked, or this guy's photos got leaked. Nothing would happen to me. No one is immune, irrespective of how much technocrat it is you are. It would can happen to anyone anywhere. So prevention, to the extent possible, you should apply. If not, then you should know the corrective action, what needs to be done if you are a victim of any cyber crime at any point in time.
Nice to hear that. Along with this career, you have built a phenomenal bodybuilding journey and bagged several titles like Miss Gujarat 2024, Miss Fitness International 2023. So, how has that impacted your life and how did this journey begin and help you?
Oh, I would proud to share with our audience and with all of you. This Sunday, I bagged Gujarat Keshri, Champions of Champion in women figure category.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, it has been a rewarding journey. That's what I would say, because I don't find these two are the different things, like a professional life and the bodybuilding. They are not mutually exclusive, they are integrated. Both things keeps me on my toes, because exercise, sports and nutrition science is ever evolving, so as the technology. You have to keep pace with both, with the new trends, and adapt to it. uh, one thing into the sports is building your focus and resilience. Again, to be a successful professional in technology, you need these two attributes. So one translates to another, and symbiotically that worked really well with me.
Nice to hear that. You would do incredible demanding hats, leading as a vice president at a global bank while also maintaining the rigorous discipline of a professional bodybuilder. Both require immense focus, time management, and consistency. How do you strike the balance and ensure that neither of any responsibility, corporate or fitness journey, takes a backseat?
It's all about the prioritization. Your primaries has to be defined, that your workouts and your work is non-negotiable. Then everything needs to be arranged around it. And it's not that today this is the priority, tomorrow this is the priority. Each time, each scenario at point in time, you have to see like what weighs up, what weighs down. I'll give you a simple example. This particular podcast was supposed to happen 1.5 months back. I had a competition, so of course that came as a first priority. So I was like, and I was very candid to share that I have competition upcoming, so let me get it done. Then I'll come. I'll wholeheartedly do this podcast. So at any point in time, you should be able to say no to people, giving them the alternative, and pushing your schedule through.
Yes, pa. Uh, Ma'am, corporate responsibilities and your fitness journey are two different fields. How do you find similarities between both cybersecurity discipline and bodybuilding discipline?
Discipline is the fundamental. Everything will be built on top of that. So, for example, if you do not see an opportunity, you need to build a door, you need a discipline. And if you want to keep that door open and opportunities to flow in, you have to have that the resilience and the grit to keep the door open. So one is build the thing, and then second is keep those things ongoing as a business as usual.
You have had the unique honor of representing India, not just in global boardrooms, as a banking and cybersecurity leader, but also as an international bodybuilder status as a champion athlete. That's a very powerful dual identity that young women look up to. What message do you believe this journey sends to young women to aspire to break barriers and excel in life?
Always express yourself and be clear about your goals. And once you set your goals, surrender to them. And right set of opportunities and mentors will appear. Believe me, it's all universe supports you if your intentions are very clear and you put that in open. And one thing I would like to say that once you achieve your goals, do not forget the support system which helped you to build your career or your journey. Always give back to the society and build the next layer or next generation of the leaders. So that's how we keep the cycle moving.
Yes, ma'am. If you had a if you had to pick one guiding principle that ties you together, your professional and athletic life, what would it be?
Nothing, just get up, lace up, and keep going.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we'll have a small rapid fire round.
Oh, sure.
Well, we'll just ask you a few questions and whatever comes first in
Oh, yeah,
stuff,
definitely.
say that.
Yeah.
The first thing you do every morning,
Workout.
your proudest, strongest bodybuilding moment,
I think the Sunday one, winning the champions of champion. I never thought that I will back that.
stronger muscle, resilience or discipline,
Complementary to each other. Discipline is the foundation, and resilience is need. It keep going.
a cybersecurity myth you wish people would stop believing in.
I can't be cybersecurity victim.
If not backing cybersecurity, what alternate career would you have pursued?
Oh, this tough one. Probably animal instructor.
Favorite guilty pleasure snack post workout?
I like Arabic sweets.
Techniques.
Yeah.
Three words that describe you.
Fearless, strong, and disciplined.
Nice to hear that. One learning from your life throughout the journey that you would like to share with our audience such that they don't commit those mistakes in their life?
If you see a dream, always believe you can achieve it. God would not give you a dream which you are not able to fulfill.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, had whatever you are today, had you dreamt?
Oh, yes. Yes, when I was gymming, I used to see the bodybuilder guys, and I was like, oh, how the female bodybuilders would look like. I would have a photo shoot like a fitness model. I would be, doing stage. I always had that. At least once in the lifetime, I had imagined to do that, but then once I did it, I never looked back.
What's the one final thought you would like to leave to all our listeners with? A message or a takeaway that you hope will inspire them in their life?
Physical and mental resilience is the key to be successful in the life. You need to build on both to be a successful person professionally as well as personally. Because if you are resilient, you are preparing everything, like hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst kind of scenarios.
Yes, nice to hear it. And ma'am, something on the cybersecurity and ethical part that you think will inspire the.
Oh, yes. Or whichever work stream you are part of, cybersecurity cuts horizontally everything. So, never shy away from learning about the new cyber threats and how to protect yourself, like you in an individual capacity, your family as a bigger capacity, and as an organization as a holistic.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Dear ma'am, thank you for the conversation.
Or
You have shown us that what true leadership is all about, more than just professional titles. It's about resilience, it's about discipline, and it's using your voice to create safer, more ethical, and more inclusive spaces. To our listeners, today's episode reminds us whether it's in cybersecurity, banking, sports, excellence comes from consistency and courage. This has been TEDx Conversation, Season 3, Episode 5. If you have enjoyed today's episode, share it with someone who needs a reminder that one person can wear many hats and excel in all of them. Until next time, stay curious, stay secure, and stay sound. Thank you.